Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, RedLineMods. Simply back in. As you can see, we got the car lifted up from the back, and we're gonna be installing rear pads. So let's get that done. I'll show you guys how easy it could be for you guys to do it yourself instead of paying like a couple $100 at a shop or whatnot, dealerships. You guys know, arm and a leg, legal robbery, right? Smash the like button if you guys been enjoying my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'd appreciate the support. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. So let's get to 50K subscribers, and then next goal is going to be 100K, so we get that silver plaque. And yeah, let me just show you what I did right now so far, and then we'll go continue on from there. And you can see that, got that from Crux Motorsports. Discount code is going to be RedLine5 for parts and RedLine20 for vinyl and whatnot, you know, pre-cut vinyl and stuff like that on Crux Motorsports. Yeah, so next up is going to be, since we're doing the pads only, we got to remove this using a pry tool or like a flathead, whatever works best for you guys. And then make sure you take a picture of it, so this way you know how it goes in. It's a really great tip that I can give you guys. We always take a picture of something that you think is a little complicated. And then we're going to reach in the back side, remove this cap, rubber cap, and get the Allen key bolts, I think, out. Remove this plug from here, because we're gonna have to open this up and manually twist the gear so we can compress the piston in, which I found on YouTube. That's how it's done if you don't want to go to a dealership and pay arm and a leg with it. So we can do it this way. Other than that, yeah, let's grab those tools and let's get to it, fam. So this is the same setup on the other side, so I'm just going to show you guys one side. I just removed, as you can see, 2 pistons from here. Got one of these kits right here, so basically one of them is going to fit in there, and you're good to go. Just make sure you unplug that before you take off the caliper, because you don't want to damage that harness over there. So we're going to remove that next. You can remove it first too for safety. Remove that next. Remove this piece right here, the flathead, pull it outwards, or needle nose pliers will do it too, and you're good to go. And you should be able to pry this open from here or the bottom and just kind of wiggle it, and we'll have access to this. But we're gonna have to compress that, so let's do that right now. All right, fam? All right, so it's a little dark out, so for the plug, you could press this in a little bit, but I'm usually just gonna go right here where the gap is, so you just lift it up a little bit. There's a bump over there, so it kind of goes over it and it just opens up. Just do it slowly, you don't want to break it. There's like a push tab over here too, so try pushing from that side as well. I think I heard it click. There you go. There we go. So we're good on that. Put that on the side. Next up is, there's a cap here and then a cap in the bottom as well. So there's 2 caps. I grab it real quick. Move the camera a little bit for you guys. One, 2. I wish. There you go. I'll do it from here. There you go. So we have one right here. Comes right out. There's a cap, dust cover on both sides. Put it on the side where you won't lose it. And I'll grab this. One of the Allen key. So open this up. Come on.
One of those.
Yeah. All right, so you gotta push in this directions that way, and I'm doing the rear rear right side right now. So I believe for the other side will be a little bit opposite. There you go. It's opened up. Make sure you pull it all the way out. Same thing with the bottom one as well. That's right there. Okay. Top one's done. Now I just gotta take the bottom one out. I should push it out. Wow, dude. There you go. That's out. So yep, this is what you would do, top and bottom. Just wiggle it, make sure the bolts are all the way pushed outward so it doesn't come in the way. Just a tiny bit. There you go. Don't drop it because you got the brake line with it. Comes right off. Now next up is we got to compress this piece in. So get this up a little bit. So what you want to do is, I use a long 8mm socket to reach into that device, and you got two Allen bolts right here, one on this side and one on the opposite side, which is right here. My bad, a little dark out, so I'm like going crazy here right now. All right, so one on that side. Oh, if you could see, one in the bottom and one on the other side. They're on the opposite sides right there. So those two got to go away. Once they're opened, you can, it gives you such a little space to work with here. So we're gonna remove this first. Let's remove the pads off this thing. Look at this thing is shot. Look at that, my pads were squeaking. This is from R1 Concept, guys. Don't even bother buying pads because look at them. They've finished in 10,000 miles. They're gone, they're dead. Like what? It should last me at least 35,000 miles, right? But don't even bother. Just bought the heavy duty one from AutoZone for like 45 bucks. The most expensive one was 45. Cheap one was 35. So about the 45 ones, the Duralast gold ones. And yeah, no more R1 Concept for me when it comes to pads. It's garbage. That's it. It's done. Same thing on this one. Thing is done. Barely anything. Squeaking. So I'm like, oh, guess what? It's time to change these pads. So now next up, you want to get a copper brush and brush this area off. So you're going to clean it up really well. And we're going to use a Allen key over here and here to open this up, and we'll see what happens next. Show you guys in a bit. Actually, I got a different angle for you guys. This piece should come off easily. One is out. Make sure you put the same like bolt in the same area you took it out of. So that was top, and this is the bottom one. So I'm gonna put this in the bottom side, so I make sure I put them like that back again. And you just want to wiggle this area a little bit, like kind of wiggle and pull upwards. It will come off. It's got an O-ring on there, so a little stiff. Just kind of take your time with it, don't yank it. There you go. Just like that. Make sure you place this safely on a side where you won't drop dirt in it or anything like that. And then you want to grab the 8mm long socket, and if you twist it towards the right, you should be able to you could do that after you actually put in what's it called, after you put the compressor tool in here, which I rented from AutoZone. Basically free. You just pay for the price, but you get the money back once you return it. Once you put that piece in here, we can press, and if you try to do it the opposite way, you won't be able to push the piston in this way because you're pressing against it with that piece, the compressing tool. So we need that tool. Okay, we're gonna press it now inwards, which is basically, if you try to like counterclockwise this type of compressor, it won't go in. So one way to find out is, and make sure you don't touch this with dirt or anything like that or whatnot. Socket's clean. So twist it this way when you're looking at it my way, the way I'm looking at it. So clockwise, gonna go that way. And just do it, just keep doing it until it actually stops. Yeah, it stops, so that means it's done. That means it's done. It won't go anywhere. It won't go anymore. That means you can compress this all the way in now. Nice and slow. It's compressing in. Once you compress it a little bit, the rest goes in very smoothly. That looks good to me. And then you twist this bolting towards the right side so it loosens up again. And we'll take it out. Cool. See that? It went all the way back in. Now we're good to go on this. We can actually cover this back up for safety. Make sure you don't put dirt in there again. Just be careful which way it goes in. You want to do it the right way. This way is going to go. All right, so it went in. Perfect. Kind of wiggle and push forward so the O-ring doesn't, like, you don't break the seal or anything like that. The O-ring stays smooth. Lubrication's still there. It's clean. Line up the sides. Put those two Allen bolts back in. So this way we don't have to worry about this getting dirty. Great. All right, we'll put this on the side. Just kind of let this sit on the side so it doesn't like dangle. The wire's still good and loose, which is good. Not falling anywhere, which is good. All right, so now we gotta put the pads on. Yep, that's in. Second one. Cool. Okay, that's in. Now we're gonna put this caliper right over it. Should work out well. Look at this a little bit at this angle. All right, so you gotta make this work. Just make sure you line up this one bolt, the other one will line up too. Okay, one is lined up. Perfect. You don't have to make it tight all the way because you gotta do the other side too. So once you line up the top one good, the bottom one will go in easily and smooth. Take this out. We don't need this socket anymore. Okay, it's tight. Now we gotta make sure the top one is tight as well. And this is the same process for the other side as well. Should do it. Okay, it's tight. Put those dust covers back on. That's one. That's two. And don't forget to push the clip back in. That's important. Hear a click sound. Next up is we gotta push this. Put the new clip back in. Came with a new one with the hardware, which is pretty cool. Put the new one bracket in here. All right, brackets gotta go in. So these pieces will go under there, obviously. Put one side in, and then kind of hold this area in there and kind of force this down a little bit. And it goes in just like that. We're good to go, I guess. Apply pressure slowly for the first, I don't know how long, but like give it a day, depending on how much you guys drive. Drive slow and hit the brakes slowly so the piston can match up with the pads and kind of compress everything in place. So drive carefully and slow for like a day and apply brakes slowly, not like really don't slam it, just apply brakes slowly. That's in. Those two are tight. Dust covers are back in. Those two Allen bolts are back in as well. It's tight. The clip is back in. Everything looks secured. And next up is just put the wheel back on and put each lug nut, you know, bottom, then top, then any side, then this one. You guys know how it's done. And then just hand tight it. And then once you drop the car down, and then just put 100 pounds of pressure for each lug nut. And then you should be good to go. All right, this is gonna be a little satisfying. That's done. Set this at 100. All right, so back at the brake fluid, it's still the same level, but I would still recommend removing it, even if I'm not even sure if it's required or not, but I'm just helping out the community. If it's required, you can go ahead and do it. If it's not required, it's up to you, but I still removed it for, you know, just in case. Safety is better than not being safe, right? That's good. And then remove the microfiber towel. We're good to go. Close the hood. All right, let's start it up. Oh, I felt the brakes go down so easily when I hit the brakes. And I'm gonna hit the brakes again. All right. Perfect. Dope. So when I hit the brakes, it went in all the way down so easily, but now I think that locked it in, which was perfect. I would just hit it a few times, kind of pump the brakes a little bit, but yeah, that should be good. I'm just gonna go ahead and drive around a little bit and make sure they're good to go, and we'll see how it goes. All right guys, that was a success. It actually, the sound stopped. The squeaking sound was just annoying. It stopped, it's silent. I love it, it worked. And I'm just driving slowly. I hit the brakes a little bit, very lightly. I mean, just go for a few miles drive, but yeah, I hit the brakes light to test it. Yes, it's perfect. And actually, I can feel the difference because it stopped quick. So I'm happy with it. And now I know that the brakes are working. I can speed up a little bit and just apply brakes and maybe just turn around real quick, make a U-E. But yeah, I'm gonna hit the brakes real quick, and all right, the sound is gone, so it's dope. Perfect. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Everything is good. It's free support. Let's get 200K subscribers because I'm trying to get that silver plaque. And all right, so that sound, the sound is gone completely. And braking, as far as braking, it's quick. It stops quick, but again, just be gentle on it for the first day, and then it should be good to go from there. And we're good to go, fam. All the wheels were locked in. Perfect. So that's it for the video. That concludes everything. I appreciate support, and peace out till next time, fam.